Hi, and welcome to Backdoor Entertainment. I'm your host, Prince Electro Diamond, with the hard Prince with a hard R, and
I am TwunkTheTwink, your local hole, winner of Best Supporting Hole in a Leading Drama.
yes, I love that. How are you doing today, Dad?
I'm doing amazing, horny. I can't wait to jerk off after this. So, can we get this going?
You didn't before? That's
No.
that's what you're supposed. I definitely did. Yes, I did. But it's like if you're supposed to. That's how you focus. Like,
Well, I'm time efficient. I'm doing it as we talk right now. That's why you see little driplets of sweat forming.
yes. So
Hurry
that
up, Curtis.
I will swear that's the only time that, like, speaking of sweat, last night when I got ready, so I talked to you, I went out last night, and like as I was getting ready, I usually don't sweat in Detroit. That was because it takes when I have to wear fishnets, it takes me longer to get ready because it takes so long to like sit there and like go through all the nets and like put your foot in. It's a pain in the ass. But that's why last night I'm like, fuck.
In Detroit,
Yes. This thing is 30 degrees out. Well, it's 30 degrees outside, but it's like we don't have central air here in Detroit. So like there's an air conditioning unit in my living room, but in my bathroom, I have like one of those small little like cheap like $20 air conditioning units, and that's the only thing that I have. So like yeah,
it would
I
have
was
warmed you up, or you should have worn like kitten heels. You have a lot of those. You should have worn like your half-inch heels, like you're performing.
how
I feel
dare
like
you?
you would have cooled down instead of like wearing attempting high heels.
How dare you? I wear 3-inch go-go boots. I'm wearing them right fucking now.
You're
Like
trying to match your dick. Go a little bigger. Like I'm not a size queen, but come on.
like you see that deck. Yeah, so that was I did go out last night. It was a Beyonce themed night where they hardly played Beyonce music. I'm like, work. I'm like, way to stay on branding. It's like all of a sudden they're playing Lady Gaga music. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Like, I'm like, I thought I was at a Beyonce night, but
That's
then
so funny you say that. I
yeah,
watched JoJo Siwa yesterday perform Beyonce from a live. Curtis sent it to me, and he's like, "Watch this live." And then Curtis and I were filling the gift gallery. Some of you may not know what that is, but we
yeah.
were filling the gift gallery to get our names in. She followed him. She only follows like 120 something
So wait,
people.
so
She was
JoJo
doing
Siwa
Beyonce.
was singing Beyonce?
Some lines and then dancing. Have you
No.
seen her? She's in her singing career now.
Yes, I know she's in her singing career. I've heard the song. Well, I
Yeah.
heard Karma where she fucked that up when they let the original artist release her version. I'm like, well, yeah, that sounds right. That's how it's supposed to sound. Like,
She's had some okay songs, I think. I like her Poland one. I don't think she sings any of her shit because the voice is different on every fucking song. But you know what? Kind of here for everyone else singing her music, and it's her album. She bought the rights to every song and just put them on an album and dance.
well, that's the thing. She is a dancer. She's from Dance Mom, so I guess that kind of makes her a dancer. It's like work. It's like sit there with Abby Lee Miller, and like all of a sudden it's like, oh, we love it, Abby Lee Miller, and it's like, bitch went to jail for not paying her taxes. First of all, how the fuck you stupid enough to file for bankruptcy when you're on TV? Everybody knows who the fuck you are, and like, oh, I'm gonna file for bankruptcy.
She's
That would
so abusive. She was
I
so abusive.
I know she was so abusive, but we kind of live for it. Like,
Yeah, right?
it's
I
like,
want my boyfriend to do that to me, yell at me. Fucking like, Make me come. Like if I had an Abby Lee Miller in the room would have just a bunch of dead Jewish children all over it. I'm Jewish, guys, for those of you who aren't wondering, so I can make Holocaust jokes.
Nobody's wondering. They can see your fucking nose.
No, they can't. 6 million dead Jewish children in a room. Who do I have something in common with? I'll let you know he has a partial mustache.
That was, I think that was one of the jokes. I think it's on like a guy who's like, I'm like half German, and when I jerk off, I'm responsible for killing half German, half Jewish. He's like, I'm responsible for killing like millions of Jews because he like.
You think Hitler fucked with me? Listen, I've killed billions of Jewish children every fucking day. There's a Holocaust in my ball sack daily. My boyfriend is Dr. Mangala, just like let's experiment.
Oh, I thought he was Dr. Kevorkian.
A mixture. It's like you're gonna die, but like it's like Mayo Clinic. Like you're gonna die from cancer, but let's experiment. It's so fucked up.
Mayo Clinic, for all of you idiots who don't know anything, Mayo Clinic is not a place where they serve mayonnaise. Like, just for clear, like some like that bitches are like, the Mayo Clinic, where's my bread? Like,
We're not talking about Panera.
Panera, I haven't had Panera in so long.
I love Panera.
What can you eat at Panera? There's nothing vegan there.
Spinach
Oh yeah,
with poppy seed dressing. But I will say, their coffee is the most disgusting fucking coffee I've ever had in my fucking life. It's disgusting. Panera, if you sponsor me, it's not Spencer approved. It's disgusting.
well, you're not supposed to. This is the thing. If you want coffee, actually, most of the time, you drink you drink like old man coffee, meaning like you drink like it black, straight out the almost like give me the filtered beans into my throat. Like if I'm going,
Bitter.
that's why like I don't drink real coffee. Like if I do get coffee, I get like basically a smoothie in a cup, and I don't do that often. Which is why when people say like, "Oh, is Tim Hortons coffee good?" I'm like, I don't know, but their Frappuccino this tastes amazing.
True story. Oh yeah, my mom did have to get all fake teeth, so never mind. But she used to. I told you she had a fast metabolism. Like she had a 6 pack, could eat
Yeah,
whatever she wanted. She had like a thyroid thing.
yeah.
So she would go in the morning to Starbucks. No, it was Einstein Brothers. She would get like caramel frappuccinos, but 6 of them, 4 to 6. Fill out the entire thing, put them in the freezer. She'd drink the entire thing, and she's like, "Look how thin I am." Then she had teeth issues. I'm like, "Bitch, of course you're drinking 6 frappuccinos. Like, yeah, you may have a 6 pack, but you're gonna lose 6 fucking teeth,
Your mom was just trying to learn how to efficiently give Hummers. Don't get mad at her.
right?" How many caramel loads could I fucking swallow? A black and a white guy. Let's make this caramel loads.
It's honestly, it's like the people who are like, which first of all, it's like I don't care about your teeth. I just need you to have actual teeth. And if people are like, "Oh, I have grills," no, bitch, this is not 2005. I need you to have actual teeth, not like because that's actually one of my like horror stories. I actually got ripped off by a prostitute with grills. One,
Really?
yeah, he pretended to be my friend and like try and take money from me, and like then all of a sudden when he tried to hit me up one time, I was like, he was like, "Oh," he thought he was so hot. He was like in his 30s, and he's like, "Why would I, a young 32-year-old, talk to somebody like you?" It's like, bitch, It's like, bitch, you barely look like you can ride the fucking rides at Disney World. What are you doing coming to me telling me you hot with your midget ass? Oh, little person, little person. I'm not trying to.
You can't say that word.
I said
Ass?
person.
I don't like the word ass. Like everything else was okay, but like my mom was a donkey, and that was very offensive to her people.
What?
Oh, it's like donkeys are called ass. You see, my mom just came back, and she's like, "Did you just call my bitch ass a donkey?" I did, mom. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, that's the thing. Your mom can't do anything. What's she gonna do? So what? You go to the funeral site and she try and grabs your ankle as you're walking away. What's the
Listen, she better be thankful. I buried her in front of like water that's at the place, so she got fucking waterfront view. So the bitch better be fucking happy. What other son would give their mom a waterfront view at a cemetery?
No, he didn't. He's lying to y'all. He buried Spunk's lying to y'all. He buried his mom in this Pringles can. She's cremated.
That's not true. She's social distancing 6 feet under.
That was the thing. I literally heard that. So apparently, I found that out yesterday. The guy who does Pringles, like the inventor of Pringles, got cremated, and got put in a Pringles can when he died.
He wanted that?
Yeah.
Could I do that, please? What is happening? Everything is falling here. Am I just stupid?
You're still on. Like, I don't know what you did, but I think you're still using the mic.
Okay, so we're good. We're gooch.
I
This
think.
is what happens with bottoms, guys. We are not good with tech. We're
Actually,
good
no,
at finding guys with
I
tech.
got unconnected, but fuck it, we'll deal with it. Anyway, so like the reason that I will say this, Quonk and I started something. Actually, I'll tell them this. So like, I am the person where I knew he wasn't gonna do it, which is why I literally said like, I literally texted him one morning. I'm like, I sent a laptop to your house. He's like, no, I was gonna do it. Do it. I'm like, no, you're not. I'm like, it's already there. Like, I am efficient.
You were smart.
Yeah, because I knew you weren't gonna do it. Like, this is the thing. I love you, but like, I know that the fact of if I want something done, I have to do it myself. Like,
I'm so bad with things because I definitely over put things on my plate and then it actually is bad because it makes things not get done.
well, it's because also you spend half the day fucking high. Like, that's also part of the problem.
I don't know what you're talking about, employers. I'm high on life. Yeah, I'm very, very distracted by life because I
Yes,
love my job.
I saw smoke coming from his fire extinguisher earlier.
Which one? Does it look like I'm not gonna say that joke. Don't make me do it, Prince.
I mean, honestly, it's just it's like the only reason I do that. So that could, for those of you who aren't pop culture junkies, that goes back to the Amanda Bynes story when she threw a bong out her New York City apartment and tried to convince the fire department as a fire extinguisher.
Did she really do that?
Yes. Remember, yeah, back when she was like literally going insane, like the first time, she literally was in New York City and threw a bong out of New York City apartment. Like she was stories up, and she tried to convince the police that it was a fire extinguisher.
Why is that so perfect though? I
It's stupid.
fucking love that.
It's also stupid. Why the fuck would you be throwing a fire extinguisher out the window? Because first of all, that's also a crime. If you had a bong, that's a crime. But if you're throwing a fire extinguisher out the window, it's also a crime. You're in fucking New York City. That could
And it
kill
could
someone.
explode, right?
No, they could have killed somebody if a fire bong's made out of glass. Could have hit somebody in the head.
I could see that being a crime. But what
That's,
about the people who jump from the towers? Are they getting a crime if they landed? Because you could have killed someone. And they weigh more than a fucking fire hydrant.
yes, I'm sure that was the concern when people were jumping for their lives. Oh no, I might kill people underneath. Newsflash, they're gonna.
I would have like, I don't know. I would have aimed at people. I would have looked at my wife and been like, she's been a cunt. Catch me, bitch.
That's like technically when all the people were trying to shoot Godzilla. I'm like, that's also a crime, motherfucker. I don't care if he's a giant ape climbing a fucking building. It's like if
Right?
you shoot him and he dies, guess what? He's gonna kill more than the one, whatever Bay Ray, I think is her name. I don't know, whatever bitch who was that he climbed to the top of the mountain with. One woman, I don't mean that.
Honestly, though, there are some streamers I would have landed on and been happy.
No comment. Well, this is the thing. Like, I don't like one of Twong's friends. We've established that on here on an episode of Gay Out the City that unless you saw it live, y'all will never be able to see it again. Unless you DM me and Venmo me $50, and then like I'll send you the link. But
So sorry about that again. It was funny though.
Because I wasn't saying stuff that was like, don't get me wrong. Said person whose name is Potato. Let's go with Potato.
We could go with bow and arrow.
Potato has a great body, but has a potato head.
Very good body. Very, very good body.
But it's like, honestly, at the end of the day, as we talked about, like, there's a difference between there's a difference, excuse me. There's a difference between confidence and arrogance, and I thought that they were arrogant, not confident, and I made my opinions known. Although, in my defense, you also set me up. Like, that's
After I
why.
set you up.
Yes, you did set me up because you knew.
How?
Because you knew if you said something, you knew I was going to go off about it. And this is the thing: I'm on my podcast. I'm not going to censor myself. It's my podcast.
I just baited you, and I'm like, why'd you do that? Why'd you eat what I'm dangling in front of you? It's so rude. You said some tea though. There are so
Yes,
many. I wish we should have code words for all the streamers so we could talk about them on here. Like one of their initials, we could change it to MLK instead of just ML. Some people on here know who we're talking about.
I have to know who you're talking about. I'm the one here doing the podcast with you.
Okay, I'll text it to you. I'll text it to you, and we could spill the tea on here next time.
Like, this is the thing. I know, like, how are we gonna put this? Like, there's the streamer Austin Wolfbait, who we obviously all know. Like,
Yes.
it's like with that. But here's the thing: we have to, yes, because we have to talk about people in code, especially if we invite them on here. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
because we can't say on episode 2 you said this. And I'm like, I don't remember that. We're on episode 5. How am I supposed to remember what I said in episode 2? I'm not a stenographer.
I don't even know what stenographer is, but yes, it sounds like it. I know they're in courts. I know they stacographer. They read
Yes,
scripture.
that's that old lady who sits down at the typewriter. They still use typewriters because apparently
Do
in
they
the court
really?
system, I think so. Yeah, because apparently they can't afford like Windows 95 or something like old like that. That doesn't work anymore. They still have to use fucking typewriters like for
You
the
can't
70s.
like. There's no like system update for a typewriter. Do you know who would be like a great couple?
Who?
Wolf and Anthony. like Wolf, like Dr. Wolf and Casey Anthony. Imagine them as parents. Then it would make sense why she got rid of the daughter.
Wait. That motherfucker's a doctor?
Oh no, in his porn he is. He goes by like
Oh,
Dr.
okay. Because
Wolf.
I was like, apparently, do they give doctorates out to anybody?
He plays
Although,
one on TV.
well, I mean, in their defense, they probably do. I mean, Bill Cosby's a doctor, and chances are the reason that he became a doctor is because he drugged the bitch and like fucked her.
He was a doctor, Bill Cosby?
Yeah.
I didn't even know he existed before the Cosby Show, to be honest.
Yes, he's a doc. Well, no, this came after the Bill Cosby show. So after after he was on his hiatus of let's say I'm not gonna be able to censor this. He was drugging women. So like when
Yes.
he was drugging women, like yes, he became a doctor during that time.
Oh, I thought you meant he became like educated, not that he became like
No, he's a doctor. Yes, he's an actual doctor. Like
he's good with chemistry. Like the mixing of chemistry.
no, and that's what we say. We stand for women here. We stand for we do not stand for Bill Cosby or R. Kelly or P Diddy
Or Canadians.
what?
I don't know. I just felt like saying that today.
Or
I
Canadian.
mistrust Trudeau. His ass was great. I don't know why I said that.
See, you're trying to like get away with making an edgy joke as possible without being safe because I know you're thinking or Mexicans because
That was my first thought.
I knew yes we're not gonna say that because like except for that one shitty movie where Selena Gomez and the transgender lady played that apparently wasn't like based on her life at all, Amelia Perez.
I have no idea who that is.
You don't know who Selena Gomez is?
No, Amelia Perez.
I'm like, what kind of fucking rock do you live under? Okay, so no, Amelia Perez was a very transphobic movie that was made about a trans person in Mexico. That Selena Gomez and I think somebody else starred in that was big.
I thought you were talking about that person in the painting who has like the unibrow.
Frida Kahlo? No.
Yes. It sounds so, I don't even remember the name you just said a second ago. What was the other name? Rita
Amelia Perez.
Carlo?
Amelia Perez. Frida Kahlo is the one in the painting.
Okay, so she didn't do a video with Rita Carlo. Am I even saying the name right?
No, you're not.
Rita Ora, whatever her
Like,
name was.
no, let's get real. You were not thinking of Frida Kahlo. You were thinking of the Chiquita banana lady and you know it. Like
It's like, is that the lady who gives me potassium? Oh, speaking of, when I used to practice sucking dick, don't use bananas, kids. That shit breaks. I don't know why I told kids that.
if you're a kid watching this, your parents are not clearly responsible for you. And in that case, hi Casey Anthony's new kid. Hi.
Make sure not to Menendez brothers them. Don't ever do that. What you need to do is Lizzie Borden them because that leaves more of a message. They sell axes at Home Depot, sorry. Home Depot.
Were you about to say that they sell axes at Office Max?
Use code Twunk and Prince for 50% off of an axe to kill your parents.
This is sponsored. This is sponsored by. Let's see. This is sponsored by Subway. Only go for the kids the way Jared did.
Oh my god. Jared Woods would be such a good porn name for him. Jared Playground Woods or something. What dating app does Austin Wolf use? Elementary schools. Ah,
Especially like that's the thing. You got to be careful when he's like barely 18, and it's like you're almost my dad's age. Like you're barely in my not tax bracket, barely in my dating pool.
you're barely in my tax bracket. That's why I don't want my kid dating a 70-year-old. It's a different tax bracket.
That's the thing. It's like this is what you're supposed to teach your children. Listen, the secret is you're supposed to go get him as a first husband, make sure you're in the will, make him a sweet potato pie, put rat poison in the thing, serve it to him, and make sure you're off with the money and going to Vegas by the time they figure out that you actually poisoned him. That's
You
how you're
know what
supposed
also
to do
helps? Cum in it along with the rat poison because it's very. Is the word cathartic? I don't know what that means, but it feels right. It feels very relieving.
common.
Hmm.
Did you say common? Like human?
No, like you fucking jerk off into the pie.
Oh,
So not
okay.
only do you kill him, you fuck with him. So you're like dumb bitch. Cumin, what? Does that enhance the flavor of rat poison? Is there something you're telling us?
Anyway, let's get back on track. Like we ever were on track. This is like that train that derailed last year, I think, in North Carolina that the government wouldn't clean up. That's this podcast.
Listen. We are not going to crash. We are not going to crash. We have too many crash jokes. Like, is it Malaysian Airlines? We have so many new crashes. Every year we get new jokes. We need
Yeah,
more planes to crash.
we need more planes to crash.
Trump, if you're listening, fire some more people. I would make sure it crashes near me. I need a TikTok video also, Trump.
My favorite. Okay, so I will use this. So, Howard Stern, one of my faves. So he made a joke. So there was a plane that crashed into the George Washington or crashed into the George Washington Bridge, and he literally called up the airline Air Florida and said, "How much is it for airfare to the George Washington Bridge?"
He's so fucked up. I love that. Do
That's
you
the
know
thing.
who's also fucked up like that?
Too.
Did you ever see what Matt Rife posted? Okay. So
Was
you
it?
remember he got canceled?
Yeah,
Canceled for his like domestic abuse joke?
yeah, because it wasn't
And
fun.
he posted a link and he goes, "Here's my apology." And it was a helmet for people with low IQs so that they don't hurt themselves. And he's like, "This is my apology. Y'all have
But
you all have a mental disability."
it wasn't even clever. Like that's the thing. Like even that. Like I didn't love. Listen, I don't love Matt Rife as much as some people in this podcast do.
I fucking detest him. I just like his messed up jokes.
I'm saying that like we're in a fucking Zoom meeting and there's like 8,000 people. No,
Their
but
cameras were off. What was it?
I think there's one time, like speaking of Zoom meetings, like during the pandemic, I think I saw on like an episode of like Willem's Beatdown where literally there's like a guy who's like getting a blowjob in the middle of like a work meeting on like a Zoom call, and you like see his face change, and like it's insane. It's like, bitch, if you're getting a blowjob in the middle of work, you're supposed to like remain stiff. Like like Spencer's dead grandfather.
Right? He always remained stiff when he was blowing me so that no one could hear him.
He wasn't alive then. I thought Hitler turned him into a lamp. No,
Well, like, he
lampshade.
was stiff because I was fucking his dead body at the camps, you know? We called it sleepaway camp back then. Visiting day was when parents got burned.
Yes. Okay. So now we are getting back. Now that we're like almost a half an hour into this podcast, we're getting focused on what was supposed to, what's going to be the title is. So you ended up doing what? Slam poetry?
Yeah.
Okay. So he ended up doing slam poetry. I ended up doing a diss track, which is what we originally fucking agreed on. But I'm fine that we changed it. But like, okay, so in this case, we didn't decide on this part. We should have decided that in the business meeting we had yesterday, where we got nothing done. But like, um, who's going first?
You could go first. Like, first is the worst. Okay. Are you cool with going first? And do you have yours memorized?
No, I haven't written down.
Same.
Yeah,
I'm not
because
professional.
yeah, that's the only reason why. I will be back to the darker glasses next week, but I had to be able to read. Okay. While you're setting up, I'll go ahead and go. And by the way, if you're wondering, I have a beat playing in here. I don't know if you'll all be able to hear it or not. Not as cool. Either way, it's royalty free. If your life's yo, all being between 78 years ago, all of your children, hey, the life of all back up with me. Yeah, the best from my for the text. Can't keep from that. Yes, yo, husband X, and let me know. Famous people, why you back? Pretend straight up, hey, the back, yo, bitch, like a Tyson, be the back, about 60 Seattle all the time, the back, get straight from London, what's that? They come, what friend, Bumbo with time, better, town, made a mountain trapper, better back in, I'm just a twink with a big dick. Now flip the script. You'll say, yay, just of course you got it, face, you found a myth, that another face, when you're the oh my God, I made another bottom show. Do the same shit till bro. Something that's not vital, but a lot of phone. Try getting drunk, might be a better blow. Okay, I'm drunk. You old ass bitch.
Oh my god, my mom used to sing me that song before bedtime when I was 3 and was like, I think it will help you feel good about yourself. But she wasn't right. I will say it's ones across the board. We love it.
Can't stand you.
Should I read my poem?
Go ahead.
Okay, let me see if it's has enough racial jokes.
What?
Wait, are you white? Okay, well, okay, this just pretend you're black, okay?
What?
Listen. Okay. This one, it's PG-13. You've fucked more black men than Jim Crow. Your whole serving Underground Railroad. You think that drags a 10 out of 10 like you aced it. It's a 10 on the pH scale, bitch, you basic. My presence is a present, while you serve Prince Electro Peasant. You left Florida, I'm happy you moved, because your makeup skills aren't Jeffree Star approved. You put the letters EBT in the word debt. Those outfits, did you lose a bet? Bitch. I wouldn't tell you what color socks I wore. Do you remember that line? Sorry. Guys, I actually stole that all from Maya Angelou. Angel Jew, what is her name?
It's Angelou. Yes. Well, it doesn't matter. She doesn't care if you mispronounce her name because she's fucking dead.
We're gonna have to have the people vote. Do they like poems or do they like mediocre rap? Like, we don't know yet.
Listen, we both agreed, and like this is the thing. I also have to look back at your face because I wasn't looking at your face. I was clearly looking at the page because I had to see how it was. Well, I kind of like memorized it, but even so, sometimes you got to write the lyrics out. Yeah,
I did get rid of my like Israel genocide jokes. Oh shit, I wasn't supposed to say that on here. The point was for me not to say that on here.
you didn't say them.
Well, like, I didn't use them. I was gonna say something like, "Your career is dead, formaldehyde. Your makeup is serving Israel genocide," something like that. But then I was just
You
like,
just said it.
"What?"
You just said it.
I meant to guys. That was autocorrect. I meant to text him. How come you didn't stop me?
I did. Okay, for those of you when this uploaded in the comments, did I not try and stop him? Did I not say you? Did I not say you? You shouldn't have said it.
Well, let's ask the chat. Should have I have said it? And also, who do you like better, Gaza or Israel? Leave your comments in the chat.
No.
Who's got the most bomb pussy?
You're gonna get in trouble. You're gonna get canceled worse than Gilbert Gottfried, I swear.
Was Gilbert Godfrey canceled?
Yes.
What did he do? Poor comedy?
He did those during the like tsunami in Japan, he was making jokes about. I don't remember. Let's see. I'm on a computer. Let me Google this. Okay.
I love that. You can make so many jokes off of that. Like, the only time I'm wet is when the tsunami's there. Like, so many jokes you could make. Like, what?
Let's see. Here we go. So you've said multiple of them. So these are just I'm quoting these jokes back. He's like, Japan is really advanced. They don't go to the beach comes to them.
That's
Another
brilliant.
one.
I love it.
Another one that he said was Japan called me. They said maybe those jokes are a hit in the US, but over here they're all sinking.
They're making a splash over here.
Let's see. Anyone say not funny? Read one tweet, another tweet said, wow, Gilbert Gottfried, really shut the fuck up. They all like everyone got mad at those jokes. But it's like this is the thing. Those jokes were not that bad. And this was the thing. The joke that he made at the Hugh Hefner roast, where he talked about how he was late because he had to make it had to make a pit stop at the Empire State Building on the way there. It's like, and he did that right after 9/11. So I'm like, that joke's way worse than anything that he said about Japan.
I thought he's. I don't. I wish I knew he did that kind of humor. I would have been much more of a
Yeah.
fan.
Yes, I will say that. Yes. Well, actually, he's not. He's not canceled right now only because he's dead. But like,
They
he
probably
was.
hated him for a bit. It's
Yes,
brilliant.
he lost his job as the Aflac duck because they do a lot of business in Japan, and apparently the Japanese people did not find that funny. And it's like first of all, people in Japan, you have no room to talk about anything. The amount of like porn that y'all have with like fucking women shooting ping pong balls out of their pussies, you have no room to talk about anybody making jokes about anything. Or the fact that you sell used panties in the middle of vending machines in the middle of Tokyo. Shut the fuck up. We don't want to hear from you.
You know what? We could just drown them out. Tsunami. We were just making a kiddie pool. It was for the kids. We wanted them to experience the New Orleans experience. You know, it'd be really fucked.
See, that actually reminds me of a joke that I used to make where it's like where I said like this was like right after Katrina, where it's like not right after Katrina, but like right after I learned about making jokes about Katrina. I said the saddest day for New Orleans was when their largest hotel shut down, the Superdome.
Oh my god, that's so good. That's so good. Could you imagine if like if there was a dam in Flint, Michigan, and then that broke? People would come out with like 15 legs, human spiders, metal detector because they're part
don't
lead.
even don't even say that. I kind of well no. Actually, the water would probably stop by the time I got here. Like,
Oh, thank
I,
God. Fuck everyone else.
yeah, I don't live that close to Flint.
Ooh, I do want to know if anyone's from Flint, Michigan and watching this, do you automatically always go off in a metal detector now? I do want to know that. Are you part lead? Did the lead get out? I'm being serious. We're doing research right now.
The fuck?
I haven't met anyone from Flint. It's probably because they're not here anymore, but like I've never met any of them.
That's not why you don't meet people from Flint. There's a reason, because let's put it this way. Being in Michigan now, lots of people from Michigan don't leave Michigan because they don't have plans to leave. Because they're like, I'm gonna be Detroit for life. Like, not definitely me. It's like I'm gonna be here for a while. I'm gonna bounce and hit y'all in Newark later. Like for those of you who are thinking, oh wait, does he know how to live near white people? No. Like living near white people, I don't like their like cooking, that mayonnaise ass everything. Like, oh, we make mac and cheese. What do you use? Kraft singles. Get the fuck out of here. With your
I mean, the
nasty
only
ass.
reason you moved northeast again was because you thought Obama was back in office, and you're like, "Oh, another black man I could fuck." So you were on your way to DC. You were on a coke binge, thinking it was Obama again.
It almost is the way. Well, actually, I would say no. No, Donald Trump's running the country slightly worse than Obama did.
Just slightly. Do you think he'll like subsidize spray tans and orange hair dye?
That's not hair. That's a you can't subsidize orange hair dye when you're wearing a toupee.
Is it a
Like,
toupee?
yes, it is a toupee. It absolutely is a toupee. He won't admit that it's a toupee, but it absolutely is. There are times where people say like, "Oh, it flies up," but It's
With the wind?
Yeah, it's like, yeah, but it's glued down so well that he doesn't lose his hair. That's
He does drag. Oh wait, he's doing gender affirming care by making himself look male again. Oops.
he always looks male. That's the thing. Like there's nowhere close. Like no, I'm not saying that.
He's gotten hot as he aged.
What?
Ooh, I want to lead him to the
Oh,
cemetery.
well, this is the thing. Like Twunk will never admit it, but he's kind of a necrophiliac. So like he has a thing for like going for going for corpses. That's why he can never become a like biologist or anything because he'd be too close to the skeletons and be like.
That's why he's not doing anything with the National Grave Services. He was like, okay, this one's a little far. I'm gonna fuck everyone.
That's why they won't even let him. He tried to buy a hearse one time, and they're like, no. And he also asked, did they supply the dead bodies? And he's like, no. I'm like, pass. And he took.
Oh my god, you know what I'm gonna do for a TikTok video? I don't know if Curtis is gonna see that. I'm gonna make a really romantic date and be like, I have something. I wanna bring you in here and it's just a hearse. And that's we have a driver and we're just in a hearse. And I'm like, drink this, and I have water and I'm just stirring it with a spoon, even though there's nothing in it. It's just a cup of water.
No, I could just imagine you. You're gonna be like, honey, I have a romantic date. And then you're gonna start twitching like Jodi Arias did and be like, why don't you get in the shower? Why don't you get in the shower? And then you grab a knife and have him accidentally run into your knife 18 times.
Be like, oh yeah, Whitney's in the shower. Whitney's in the shower. Isn't that where she died in the shower? Or was that
Jodi
her
Arias,
daughter?
no, Jodi Arias isn't dead.
No, I was saying Whitney Houston.
Oh, Whitney Houston, yes. No, Whitney Houston died in the bathtub.
Didn't her daughter too?
Yes.
Do you think they took like generational photos? Like, here was my mom doing this, here was me doing it, and then hopefully my daughter will do it
I
too
don't
one
think she died
day.
in the bathtub. But, like, somebody who actually knows shit should, like, fact check this shit that we're saying. But actually, this is the thing. We only have to allegedly be true. This is a podcast, not a Senate meeting. Like,
Oh my
that's why
god.
that's why libelism is allowed here. We're allowed to say people who are dead who aren't. Like,
I just had a wonder. No, I mean I'm wondering. I just had a wonder. So, you know, like how some people will take their pill, they'll just like slap it and take the one out, like of the pills they have.
yes.
What if you had Parkinson's and you were taking your pill like that and you just overdosed because your hand was just like not able to stop? I don't know where that thought came from. This was a very Parkinson's inducing talk for some reason.
First of all, they don't let you handle your own pills if you have Parkinson's.
You're just like, oh no, 50 pills. And then you're shaking around like a fucking blender, making sure it gets in your system faster.
That's also why they don't let you have pills if you like have osteoporosis either, because you're sitting there like sitting there crack.
I've always thought it would be hot to like sit on a guy with Parkinson's dick and just chill there. Like nothing else, just like a vibrator on my prostate. But this one could rub my nipples. Is that a niche kink?
Of
Parking
course,
this ass on some Parkinson.
yes, of course it is. That's a niche cake. That's also like the guys who like the black guys who want to get with white guys and who's like, oh yeah, call me a slave, call me the N word. Like
Oh
that's
yeah.
also that's
Oh
why
my
I would never.
god.
That's why I would never do that. Be like, hold the fuck up, bitch. What'd you just say?
My
You
dad's
get,
80. I bet he knows people with Parkinson's.
of course he does. They probably all get together for canasta or whatever.
I should
Like,
write him and be like, I'm just trying to help out the neighborhood. Who has Parkinson's? Leave us alone for 2 hours. Oh, I came no hands. Can't get this massager at Brookstone. Oh, that would be a good Brookstone sale in like a gay district. Just an old man with Parkinson's. It's like the dick is the fucking vibrating chair. How did we get to this talk?
how the fuck do you get anywhere? Like, this is the thing. You're on a more confusing bus than the one that Roxy Andrews' parents left her at. Like, I don't know how the fuck you get anywhere.
Do you think she's still at the stop right now? You think she goes out once a year as a ritual, being like, Mom? Do you think her mom's like secretly like watching over her?
I don't think her mom's dead. I don't know. I don't know. Facts in the comments. Let us know if we're actually saying factual things or not. I feel like we need to be fact checks on everything.
Also, drop a picture of her mom and rate her out of 10. And would you fuck her? It's interesting to me. Okay, don't rate. Don't rate. That's like shaming. Would you, yeah. Would you top or bottom for Roxy's mom?
No. Yes. Yes. Okay. Yes. We're gonna have people drop random pictures. Okay. We're gonna turn it.
Edit some pictures of her playing with her boobs.
Oh, okay. Yes. And by the way, if you want to, you could drop a picture, we'll rate you out of 10. You have to be over 18. You have to be over 18. I'm not fucking Onision. I'm not doing that shit. Like,
18. Wink, wink. Send it to Epstein's Island, zip code 32205.
that was the thing. Like, because we're just bringing up stuff from the past. Why not? So Onision, well, actually, I think he's kind of relevant. I think there's like some sort of documentary being made about him. So there was this YouTuber named Onision who used to get 13-year-old girls to send him pictures of themselves in bikinis. Yeah, I'm not making this up.
That's
And
gross.
he used to rate them. Yes, he used to rate them out of like 10. It's like a no.
13?
Yes, there are
That's
people.
so old. Why not like younger? Like gross. He's into elderly porn.
Oh my god.
If you hear the word teen, you're into elder porn. We
God, this
like it where they just fall out the womb and land on the dick. That's gross. Push, push. Oh,
don't tell
that was
people how you were born. This is sick. You're not supposed to tell people how you were born into this world. We don't want to know that. There are gay people.
babies. Do you know what Austin Wolf calls a baby?
Date number 2.
A pocket pussy. That was disgusting. I'm so sorry. Once you weigh over 12 ounces, you are not Austin's type. 12 years? No, 12 ounces.
Nope. Once you're over 12 ounces, go to R. Kelly's house.
Exactly. He'll pee on you. It's good for you.
Oh no, we're getting pulled by the network. No, I'm kidding.
Do you know what I think we should do when you and I have kids?
I'm
I
not.
think,
I'm not having kids. But go ahead.
well, yes, you are in this fantasy. We are going to put on headphones over like the baby, and we're going to play Deep Throat by Cupcake to try to get it like cultured. I actually would do that just to fuck with the kid and see how it turned out.
Yes, this is the thing. Like, people are like, "Oh, would you have kids?" I'm like, "No, they'd be left at the firehouse. I'd be sure about that." It's like, as I'm like, "Hey, I got a kid here for you, but first Which one of you wants to fuck?
Like, I could see you like shaking it to be quiet, and you're like, "Oh yeah, you're not supposed to shake these things." Is there a warranty?
I saw. Okay, so there's this podcast called "I Never Liked You" with Mateo Lane and Nick Smith, and like they were talking about having like preschool age kids, and like some of the fantasy, like in part of the way, like Nick was saying, like eventually, like I'd leave the kid out in the yard after after I got back from preschool. He said that. I'm like,
Oh, I would old yeller the fuck out of that kid. I hope my future kids see this. Don't forget, clean your room, you little fucks. If you think I'm mean now.
You're
What
gonna
would you
be.
name your kids?
If I were to name a kid, I'd give him like a fucked up name. I think it'd be fun to name them like eggs eat sign or something like that. Like, be like, why did you name the exit sign? No, I didn't. I named you eggs eat sign. There's some. It's different. Like, I gave,
Son.
I gave you an exotic name. Like,
Instead of a no smoking king, Nosmo king.
not smoking.
My aunt told me that she knew. I don't believe her. She said she knew someone like that. But I do want twins, a boy and a girl, and I want the girl to be Stormy and the boy to be Daniels. I think that'd be fun. Or like Sean and Cody, Adolf and Mussolini.
You have to explain to these kids their names at some point. You do realize that, right?
I could tell them you have to wait till you're 18.
Like this is the thing. Like, if I had exit sign, by the time I'd have to explain the name, it'd already be gone.
You could have been like, I was trying to exit, but it was a mistake, and here you are. So just a reminder, exit. You were a
Yes,
mistake, son.
yes. Like, it's like just a reminder. This thing which you have a daughter, where it's like just a reminder. If he works at Midas, you're not supposed to let him come in. Like, only if he works on Wall Street.
Ooh, to all the women in states where you can't get abortions right now, don't forget you could trip. Simple.
What?
Why drive? Just fall. Crush that kid. Like you're fucking making pizza dough.
It's not only that, it's like if you can't afford to, if for some reason you have really good balance and you want to make sure that the kid goes away, it's like, don't worry, just make sure that like you like drive your car and then veer it towards a tree. So that way you can say, I didn't kill my kid, GMC did.
And then you sue GMC. Gorge my children is what GMC stands for. Oh my god, though, like seriously, like give me $50 each of you. I'll kick you in the stomach. I, do you know? I'll kick. Like, do you know how awesome that is? I made $100 from what? I killed 2 children. Are you a hitman? I'd be a hitman. Oh my god! Did we just start a business? Abortion and hitman services.
You are not doing this. I have to make sure you make it at least to episode 4. So you can.
No, oh my god, would that be a good joke for later? Like, if you provide abortion care, you're technically a hitman.
I mean, technically, you can kind of say technically you are.
I'm taking a note. I'm not taking it out.
Look, I know you live in a crack den, but I know you at least have paper. Like,
I do.
it's like I know you're not that poor, and that's not why you like starve yourself for food.
No, I start my yeah, like exactly. I start myself for views. You think I'm like a peasant? No, I'm just joking. I'm poor. My dad asked me for $1,000 again today, and I'm like, oh, 10 more blowjobs tonight. My mouth is so tired.
Yeah, you gotta go. You gotta go down to 95. You gotta go down to the truck stop and like go make your money.
Do you know how annoying? It's such a walk. It is such a walk. You remember when you and I used to go to the I-10 and it was such a short walk? It was like a 5-minute distance, and we discussed if
Well,
we needed doxy prep.
no, girl. I always worked the turnpike because I wanted to make sure he had money. Because that's the way. It's like on 95, you could travel on that bitch for free. If you're on the turnpike, I know you at least got some money because you got a sun pass.
Honestly, I was smoking more than Whitney at that time, so it could have been anyone. I could have been alone actually and just seeing things.
That's the thing. It's like he's like, why does my jaw hurt? I'm like, you must have worked Wednesday.
Why are my knees so red? Am I just tanning? No, you're a whore. Is that a sunburn? No, you're a slut.
Well, this is the thing. It's like, and what you're gonna keep the kids in the family business now? It's like think about it. It's like, hey kid, think about it. You could make $10 or you can do it for free with a fucking priest. Make your fucking decision.
Make sure if the priest fucks you, at least get him to slip you a 10 to be quiet. Be like, I won't tell anyone for an allowance. I asked for 10 gumballs and $10. 2 balls from you, 10 gumballs from the machine. Do you think that priests have a secret, like, circular hole in their confession booths that they suddenly open up when the young people come in? Like, oh
as
my God, it's glorious hole.
as someone who's been a child in the Catholic Church, I can tell you the answer is no. Otherwise, I would have gotten an early way to start making money. Like everyone's like, it's like you're supposed to start when you're 18. It's like, no, if you get the right person, you're supposed to start at 12. Don't you know that?
Were any of your priests fuckable?
No, they were all old.
Not even if you cover their face with a paper Bible or something?
No, not my not with a paper Bible. No, in my defense, I was a child then. They didn't offer me Quaaludes because if so, I would have done it.
My mom was probably using them all. That's probably when you didn't have them.
Yeah, your mom's the one who's like, I had to go with that. I had to use Rush. I'm like, this doesn't work. I'm like, I'm still coherent.
Oh my God. Did you see Tyler Rush's TikTok where he's actually smelling poppers in it?
No, because I would have commented. I'm like, bitch, this ain't your set. Put the like drugs away.
He's literally holding it with poppers turned backwards. And he's like, the government is coming for our essential oils. And he's like, oh, lavender. Like, Tyler, I would have been so scared to post that.
Because it's like that's not our essential oils. Come up with a new joke, motherfucker. Like, oh, we need.
Ooh, new chloroform scent.
Yeah, it's like the last time I saw something land that bad, Al Qaeda was dropping bombs on America. Like shit. Like
The essential oil I usually have girls smell, it's usually called chloroform. So,
no, I thought when you needed the essential oils, like every so month or so, you get like a ninkering for pennies, and that's when you go down on a woman.
What did you say? A what for pennies?
A hankering for penny.
Oh, I heard the N word.
No,
And I heard
no,
it with like multiple hard R's.
no, I did not. I said hankering. Hankering. I do not say that. No. Stop trying to fucking cancel me, bitch.
Only when he's getting fucked, he's like, yeah, give
No,
it to me.
I would never use that. I don't even use. This was the thing. I wasn't like going back. I was interviewing a trans woman on Thursday, which is coming out the day that we're filming this. So I was like, I'm not gonna say the T word, and she's like, and she said it. And I'm like, yeah, you're allowed to say it. I can't fucking say it. If I say that, I'm gonna get canceled. Like, especially with you being right here, like, and I'm on camera.
Yeah.
It's not like I'm around 40-year-olds in a barbecue. Like that. Just kidding.
Were we calculating? What was
What?
it? 16% of your internal sperm count is from white guys and 84% is from black guys. Was that our calculation before the show? That's how we prepare for the show, by the way.
Yes. First of all, that is not true because you have to include the Hispanic men, which we didn't count, which is slightly more. And that one time, I had sex with a Middle Eastern man, and the only reason
Right.
is because he told me he wasn't a terrorist. So
Honestly, I don't care if you're Middle Eastern, if you're American, whatever you are, as long as you're rich. I love you. And not religious. And understand the scientific
as
method.
I said in the rap song, he has no ass. He cannot take a black dick. He's lying. Like
I could like take it home to my parents and do nothing with it. I could cut it off and throw it like a fucking frisbee and have my dogs play with it. Oh shit, that sounded awful. No, I'm not giving my dogs dick, guys. We start them off with
no,
toys.
no, Lorena Bobbitt. They're worried about the fact that you said you're gonna cut off a dick.
Like what? Like take it. I'm gonna wait for it to be erect. Like it's gonna have use. I want to make sure there's a little ball juice in there, so like just squirt out the protein. You know, like when you like roll up a toothpaste tube. That's what I'm gonna be doing with his cock to get every last bit out. I hope my dad sees
No,
this.
no. I hope your dad doesn't see this. No, I will say this. The only time that he will be with black men is when he's doing his audition for itsgonnahurt.com, where
You know what, bitch? You know what kind of play he's into? I heard on the grapevine that he likes to call people kunta kinte as he's getting fucked.
oh fucking dare.
He's like kunta kinte, yay!
First of all, how dare you? I am not Jeffrey.
Kunta kinte, gay.
I'm not there. I don't scream the N word at people out in public.
Nazi? What was the word? Tell us. I heard not. What was the word?
No, no, no,
Okay.
bad, no bad twink. I'm gonna send your man over there to beat you like your uncle used to back when you were in like your teenage years. I'm gonna
Well,
send
like
him.
I was into it. He didn't beat me. I asked for it. He was like, no, no, no. And I'm like, I grabbed him by the collar and I'm like, no one will believe you if I'm the one who told you to fucking beat me. Don't make me tell Aunt Karen you fingered me. So, what if you were fucking someone and they asked you to call them Kunta? Would you do it?
No, like this is the thing. I'm not doing anything. I'm not like when I'm with a first guy. I'm not gonna sit there and like do whips and chains and stuff and pretend like we're at a plantation. No, I'm not fucking doing that. Like I
What
have.
happens if you fuck somebody who knows American Sign Language and they're like, "Call me Helen," or something like that? You know?
I will say having sex with deaf guys is fun, but then I realize I'm like I'm moaning for no reason. Um,
I just like when they do the sign on my dick. I'm like, well, I don't know what you're saying, but just keep doing this. This word feels good. Just do that word.
no,
So far we learned I like people who could do sign language with Parkinson's because it makes for a great hand job. They're rare to find.
I don't think we're gonna. This is the thing. This is not an introspective podcast. If you're looking for that, Neil deGrasse Tyson may have a podcast that's not here. Like we're here for like
Race and gender studies. We're
we're,
actually
we're
working
here,
with Harvard.
yes, we're sitting here like we're not here to like do the like yuck jokes where it's like I used to call her an old bag. I thought you weren't talking about her pussy. Like we're not. Actually, that's not that's actually kind of
Do you know what'd be fun speaking of? Would you have a pussy for a day? And just to know what it feels like?
not here,
Not in Detroit.
not in Detroit.
Oh, I'd want to know. I'd be sitting on the dildo all day.
I thought you already did.
No, my asshole hurts too much for it. I'm like 2 fingers right now is max. Like I bleed. It's maybe because of my nails, but I do bleed.
You don't. You finger yourself and you haven't cut your nails. What kind of
I'm
fucking
joking.
dumbass? Oh, okay. Because I was like,
I
no,
make sure to get
I can,
acrylics.
I can see you doing that with your. Let me just see what. Let me just see what it feels like.
I would take a hit with my lower lips, save it for when I'm about to get eaten out, and just be like, "Why was there smoke in your ass? And why do I feel high? I don't know, dude."
No,
Did I
that's
ever tell
why.
you I knew someone who ate gummy bears out of a guy's asshole?
No, that sounds
He's one of my good friends, which is kind of funny.
like okay. That's this is the thing where I'm like, I like getting eaten out clearly, but it's like the minute I have to include gummy bears or whipped cream or chocolate, now this sounds like too much work. And then this way, now I know that I definitely have to take a shower after we're done. Like, it's not like I can just like use a towel and like go to sleep. Not recommended, children, but you can't do it. But it's
I
like,
could never do the gummy bear things. Gummy bears aren't vegan. I would need something else. Like, you're gonna have to shoot tofu into my mouth. Oh, that's disgusting. Oh, I just imagine. Okay, stop. We'll stop with this thought. You go.
no, the only thing that you like, the only thing that you like getting shot in your mouth is jizz, and that's why when Curtis isn't there, you prepare with Elmer's glue. Um,
Do you guys know why my teeth are so white? Come. I don't wipe it off. Like, that's why.
that's the thing where he's like, when his man Curtis asked him, he's like, "Oh, how is it?" He's like, "I can still breathe. It wasn't good enough. Like next time you need to go more in." It's like if I'm not crying like they do in the porn, it didn't work.
I just want, like, I want the cum dripping out of my ears. There's so much. And be like, what did you say? I can't hear because there's dead children falling out of my ears right now. It's so hot. We're disgusting as a race, aren't we? I don't mean like white people. I mean like humans.
Well, this is the thing. Like in some ways, I would say no. Actually, I was gonna say that's not true. I was gonna say that like straight men are worse than gay men, but I Come to think of it, I've seen plenty of porn where like guys just sit there and they're like they're choking on a dick and like oh this is normal. The person's crying as they're like trying to like please you, and that's like something where like guys are just like oh it's like
Why do they?
weird.
Why is that liked? Why is that liked?
I don't. It's not liked by me. I can tell you that. Like I don't want to see somebody like or what was it? I don't know. I honestly think I blame. Let's see. I'm gonna blame. Let's just pull out a random thing. I'm gonna blame Steakums. No.
Why?
I just said it was random. We're just gonna blame Steakums for that. It's their fault. It's like those sandwiches. You have to like choke on them because they're so flat. That's why we're blaming.
Oh, I miss choking. I can't believe I have to wait another month to choke.
Well, okay. All jokes aside, I do. Okay, I know you say that on stream. Do you actually want that, or
Yes, I do. With him. I think it just needs to be the right person, and I think I found that person. I want him to wake me up with his cock so far down my throat that I may lose calories because I threw up.
okay? So you do have a gag reflex because that was my one thing. I've only deep throated a dick once. In my defense, it wasn't my fault because I was having sex with a guy, and he's like, I literally told him, I'm like, if you deep throat me, I will throw up, and I threw up on his couch, and I didn't feel bad. I'm like, I warned you.
Was he pissed?
No, because he can't be. You know, of course he couldn't be mad because I warned him. I'm like, I told you. I'm like, I'm not sitting there. Plus was a black guy with like a big thick dick. I'm not sitting there like for some people like you can vacuum it. Not on a dick that's like that. You can't fucking vacuum that. I don't care how big my face
Oh my god, I could never. I need a pencil. I've been being trained by my current.
is. Not you outing his dick on the podcast. It's so wrong.
No, 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 no. His dick is straight. He's gay.
Oh
I would
no,
never.
you just said he had a pencil dick. I was listening. Like
Oh no, he is. I didn't mean like a pencil dick. He has a big dick.
oh okay. That's I'm sorry.
No,
That's
when
how
he was
I
saying
heard.
practice, I meant
Yeah.
like gag reflex because he has the boyfriend dick to do that.
Yeah, this is the thing where it's like some people are because this is the thing where some guys are like in this thing where people like whip out huge sticks. It's like if you're over, at least for me, for him it's clearly lower. But if for me, if you're over 9 inches, guess what, bitch? You are like you are like Christmas threesome dick when I'm with my man. No, like no, I'm not doing that. Somebody's like on the reg. No, like I
There's
was.
no way.
No, we all know with you. Like this is the thing. I wasn't joking when I said he has no ass. He literally doesn't have one. Like,
I'm all dick.
well, he doesn't have one now. His man's gonna pay for the surgery at some point. I know he is.
What? Oh, you mean my ass?
Yes.
I think about my dick. I was like, I'm not getting bottom
No,
surgery.
your dick does not need to be bigger. Your dick is fine. Your
Yeah,
ass
I
does.
know I have a great dick. Everyone knows, but I have no ass. I don't.
Well, here's the thing. Maybe if you ate something
What would I eat?
consistent,
I have ice
I
and
don't
air
know.
every second.
I don't know something that they wouldn't feed the Bugs Bunny. Like,
Ooh, cock. You know, Elmer Fudd behind everything was just like shoving that gun up Bugs Bunny's pussy. I'm hunting faggots. You know what I learned from this podcast? I'm gonna get a cup to secretly pee in if we've ever have a really long podcast.
Well, that's the thing. I've done it. Like I haven't said this. Like I'm saying this proudly, but like I well, not in cups. Like that's a little bit too much. I prefer when I have done it. Not saying I do it now. When I have done it, I prefer like large jugs because they're easier to like use. But because that's the thing. It's like sometimes. Well, this is the thing. Like you're on your phone now. There have been times, not on this podcast, clearly, because we're not that open yet, and we're not looking for money. I haven't like seen the dick, but there have been guys who have brought me into the bathroom and like,
And peed.
yeah, and I'm like, what the fuck's going on? Because like all of a sudden they didn't tell me what they were doing; they just muted the sound. And I'm like, what the fuck's going on? He's like, and then I heard it. I'm like, oh, why did you say anything? I'm sitting here talking to you. Like,
Are you allowed to pee on YouTube?
this is the thing. I think I have this thing. I haven't gotten in trouble for anything, which is a bad barometer. Like this thing, I've had people. I've had a stripper show ass on this on Gay Out the City before, so it's like I don't know what the rules are because I haven't gotten in trouble.
So, like, if I gardened on here, that would be rule breaking, right?
No, I don't think so.
So, does that mean I could pen right now?
Yes, I didn't tell you you had to stop smoking.
Well, I didn't know. Do you want to? I learned this. I didn't learn a new trick. I learned a new thing I can't do. So, I was joking around with Curtis, and I was like, and then it went back, and I was like, and I
Yes,
was like, yeah.
yes, you moron. You're supposed to get a dildo for that. That's
I
your
was
fucking bait.
practicing. By the
That's
way, guys, this is garden, not nicotine. We do not promote that. We only promote crack cocaine and gardening.
we do not promote nicotine unless you're in the South. Um,
We do not promote nicotine whatsoever. But if somebody in Alabama is fucking their cousin, it's a great way to be lightheaded and get that cousin come.
no, okay, yeah, yes, it's like we do not promote nicotine. However, if you want to do chew and spit that shit out and look like all manly, go ahead. I think the most disgusting where it's like, I got my chewing tobacco and just I'm
What the fuck? Chewing tobacco? That's not like.
like,
You see, I don't smoke cigarettes or do any of that, but like having hit like a pen that's for gardening, it
yes,
makes it. I can understand the inhalation, but I don't know how it is with like other stuff, like the chewing and stuff.
well, first of all, I love how you're saying that. Why we're censoring, bitch? You smoking pot? You don't have to say that you're fucking gardening. We're not on
Guys, I
TikTok.
don't want to get bananaed. This was a gal. Okay, side note. Do you think most of our audience knows anything about battles or is just like shut up, Spencer, don't even get into those topics?
I would be able to say, I'm gonna say the answers, yes, because you're the one. We're both promoting it. Like this is the thing. Like it's not like our audience is not familiar with TikTok. My audience may not be because my audience is more podcasts and like music. Some of them came over with me to TikTok, but I would say honestly, they probably are. They probably are familiar with some people, and that's why we're not allowed to say names on here. Because, well, here's the thing: for two reasons. He doesn't want to get in trouble with his friends. I want to interview these people at some point potentially. Well, some of them. Some of them I could take a pass on.
Yeah, a lot of them I could take a pass on, to be honest.
You're the one who's friends with them.
So I want to explain this Do you think I'm coming off more drama-y lately on my lives because I'm very open about my thoughts?
See, I'm the wrong person to ask because like I am the person who's like I will also start drama. Well, I will also try and start drama. Like sometimes I'm saying it in a joking way. Actually, most times I'm saying it in a joking way, but sometimes I'm not. Like sometimes I want you to go in there and be like, "Listen here, you raggedy ass bitch. Nobody wants you here. Get off TikTok.
You know how I am though, like
Go
for
back to
me it
work."
isn't drama, like, oh, you said something mean to me. You call For me, what I start is when I see people who are streamers using their star quote unquote power
Yeah.
to demean people in their chat to a way where they think they have to buy their friendship and they demean them if they don't spend enough. And it's like they genuinely get upset. And I'm like, what are you doing? You're sitting
Well,
there, you don't even have convo. You're not entertaining. You're not doing what me, Tyler, and the others are doing. You are just sitting there. Why do you deserve money?
well, it's also the fact that some of your friends are used to people paying them for content. And that's why they don't think that they have to work. It's almost why I'm going to say people like um hold on, I gotta think of a code word. Stun Gun think that they can just be beautiful and gorgeous and stunning, and that's all that it takes. No, darling.
Do you know who I love? I really think Tyler Rush is endearing because he's very popular porn star, but he's engaging and he's funny and he doesn't act at. He's always thankful. He he could be on 0 points for the entire day. You won't see it on his face. Maybe he's internalized. You will not see it on his face. And I like
Okay.
that.
Okay.
It's true though. He was
Well,
sitting on 25 points, and me and whoever were on like 20,000 each, and he was just like smiling, chilling, talking. Whereas some other people I battle are like,
that's because
okay.
you're friends. Like, this is the thing. If he went in with some random person, like I guarantee you, if I were blowing up with him like that, which 20,000, I fucking wish. Not even close. Although then again, I'm also not doing.
Balancing act.
I'm not willing to put in the days that you do because I need to live my life and not be the transvestite you see in front of you. But it's like if I were to, I just would be like, if I had 20,000 points and I was battling him, I guarantee you he'd be pissed.
Like, this is the thing. There are some people who genuinely get pissed. And I just don't get people are throwing money at you. Do you know how fucking lucky we are right now? What other generation has had a situation where they could sit and talk? And I justify it more. Not that there's anything wrong with other streamers, but things I like is that you and Amaya, you do performance.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with people who just sit there, but like I attempt comedy. I work really hard on other social things, so I see it as a way to also tip that. You know?
Like, this is the thing. I was just making this argument with somebody, and in terms of why I don't want to, but I might have to start streaming more. It's like streaming like one more day a week is because we have something to promote here. I have something to promote. Like that's the thing. If I didn't have anything to promote and I was just like sitting back chilling, like occasionally taking pictures on Instagram, which sounds like too much work, but it's like then yeah. I wouldn't, but I'm sitting out here like interviewing people. I'm sitting out here doing this with you, and we're gonna get. Actually, we're gonna get. No, I kind of want to have the conversation off camera, or do you want? Because we haven't talked about guests. I mean, I know we're only on episode 2, but
We haven't talked about guests, but there are some people I think would be interesting. Oh, I'm trying to think. There
well,
is
I
this
already.
guy who I'm becoming friends with, who I think would actually be interesting. Have you seen me battle Tony? He's the new guy that I started battling.
Yeah,
He's really actually interesting. I've been going back and forth with him, and I think it's funny that we just started. He was a random, and we became like this. And same
yeah.
with Eric and Seb. I was their random, and we became like this, and they ended up being friends. I'm like, that's crazy. We all
See,
randomed each other.
this is the thing. I kind of want Curtis because I just want to see how he reacts to everything when you're on camera. Like that's literally the only reason I want to, and it's like also that would be. I feel like this is an easy way to meet people, but let's see who else I think would be good. I think
Ooh, should I pull up my? I think there's a lot of good people. If I pulled out like TikTok later and looked at my messages, like
well,
just
yeah, I was thinking like somebody that you know that I've met once, but we'd have to kind of curb because this is the thing. Like, for example, I think Malaysia would be great. We'd kind of have to curb what we say on here because you know that she's not going to be as open as we want her to be because
right.
she's on. She's from Drag Race where
And
she
she's
got
funny.
eliminated. Yeah, she's from Drag Race. She's funny where she got eliminated like so early that the only place she makes money now is in the parking lots outside of bars. But like,
We will say though, we have to admit she makes more than the other drag queens because of TikTok lives. She is hustling that. She's on it all day.
when she's on all. Well, I've only been with her with you. It's like I've been with Seb like separate from you, but I've only been with Malaysia with you. So
So
like,
in the mornings, she usually runs battles where it's her and Jay, and on the other side, them battling someone else. Hours and hours and hours. I don't know how they sit there and do it. I need some free time to talk.
what do you mean? You almost do it for hours and well, you split it up, but you almost like I could never do what you do because it's just this is the thing. Like, Lord knows I don't hate sitting in drag, but it's like eventually this does get hot. Like, and that's usually when it's like, okay, I need to leave now. But this is the thing, I can usually last for hours in drag. I would say, depending on what I'm wearing, because this is the thing. Lord knows, like last night I did not have any drinks, mainly because I'm zipped up in a bodysuit. Even though I was only out for like a little over an hour, if I have to pee, that's not happening. Like I have to hold it because it's like would be so uncomfortable sitting there because then you have to like and then pull down the fish net. Yeah, it's too much work.
Can
So
you
it's
do like a catheter or something? Should we do catheters for queens?
like there are some drag queens that will do it. Most drag queens I don't I know usually like once you're in drag, you have to hold your pee. And it's just gonna be
Uncomfortable the whole night.
yeah, it's like the longest I was telling somebody the longest I've done this, I've held my pee was 8 hours. And then I had I had my friends with benefits who was supposed to be meeting me somewhere and he's like I think this was at like 10 p.m. and I had been in drag since 1:30 p.m. and I'm like, and he's like, "Oh, aren't you gonna stay at the bar?" I'm like, "No, I have to go home. I have to pee." Like, I'm like, I would love to, but I can't. Like, you came too late. Like,
I love that.
I had to, yeah, because like this is the thing is like, I'm not one of those people. It's like, oh, I'm gonna stay here and be uncomfortable. No, when I need to duck, I'm gonna duck, and like that's why it's like sometimes the like Irish goodbye is how you have to go when you're like have to be. For those of you who don't know what an Irish goodbye is, it's essentially when you don't tell people you're leaving and you just leave.
Oh, I want to give some shout outs before all of this ends. I'd
Yeah.
like to give a shout out to Brian, Daniel, Mussolini, Anthony, my new friends. I hope no one heard the middle name. It was Mussolini.
Actually, ooh.
And Amaya 7 Eric.
Well, okay. If we're gonna have one of your followers on here, I think the one who would work the best for this would be Brian.
You think Brian would?
Yeah.
I don't think he would do it.
You don't think he would do it, but like
No. I don't think he'd want to be on camera and do that. I think he'd be too nervous.
that's the thing. There's something about like this is the thing. I can say some of the most horrible fucked up shit in his chats, but I'll also say it here. Like that's the one thing where I can kind of like totalize. Oh, that's also the thing. That would be a discussion we have to have next week before we do next week's episode. Is if where well, okay, I'm gonna say this for you because I know how to like curb myself to be not inappropriate on camera, unlike you.
I could do it. Do you want me to like write some people in their DMs who are like popular OF stars? Also, I think Brian, by the way, would be great if he would be willing.
Yeah, that's the thing where it's like it's somebody that I know. Like this is the thing. You're gonna have to like for example, Tyler Rush would be great for here, even though like we've never like actually met. He kind of knows me because like I'm in his chat sometimes. You usually not because usually Tyler goes on too late.
He obviously knows me because we used to battle for. Well, we still battle. We this is basically FaceTime. That's what a battle is. This is a monetized FaceTime.
They know each other because they were trying to fuck.
Collab. Well, I guess that's technically fucking. Okay. It's. Can you believe, guys? We got a computer for this.
They were trying to they were trying to collab date. Is it still not done?
It still says please wait. We've had a computer, guys. Loading. I made a mistake. Turned it on, and it still says please wait.
Here's what I would recommend at this point. Let's see. It's been what, almost 2 hours?
I pressed the shutdown and restart.
That's what I was gonna say. Because I'm like at this point it's 2 hours. It shouldn't be taking that long to set up.
It shouldn't.
Especially because all you should have to do is put in your email for Gmail. Or if you don't have one, create a Gmail account. It's not that hard.
Right.
This is actually, ooh, that's something I didn't think about. So for all your numerous Twink accounts, or like Twunk whatever accounts, how many different emails do you have to have? Because there's no way you can connect them all to one email.
I think too.
You have two emails and you're running like 17 accounts. How is that possible?
So you're allowed to have 5 Instagram accounts. So I have 5 Insta. Do I use that one for Facebook? I use the one for Instagram, for Reddit, for YouTube, for FOF, for Blue Sky, for
Yeah.
X, yada yada.
Because see, this is the thing. I think I have two of every like social media account. I have no, that's not true. I have 2 Twitter accounts. I have 2 Instagram accounts. I have 2 TikTok accounts. This was literally the only reason I ever created the second one is because I was afraid the first one was going to get lost or banned or whatever. It's like the one on Twitter was stupid when they said they were like threatening to ban me. I'm like, you have motherfuckers on here getting fisted. And I'm sitting here singing Sex Dreams by Lady Gaga, and that's more inappropriate than some guy literally like treating another guy like a fucking puppet. Like, what?
Fucking Kermiting and Elmoing him.
Yeah.
Come here, little Miss Pig Bottom, Miss Piggy Bottom.
And there are some people where it's like, yeah. Also, some people make boring, boring content. It's like, oh, look at me. I'm here. Like this is the thing. And what I will say, even as a solo content creator, I don't ever think like what you do is trashy because there is some people who do OnlyFans, porn, whatever. And if your first instinct, we're not saying names up here because I don't want to get in trouble. But we're not saying names. But if your first instinct is to like be like pull your pants down in a bathroom stall and like be wearing no underwear and like just sitting up there like you have your leg up on the thing so it's like, oh yeah, see my hole. That's desperate. Like that's so desperate.
It's a good idea. Thank you for that one. People are watching I Am Desperate, and that's the only reason he's calling it desperate because he knows these are things I would do.
You're gonna do this in an airport, like in an airport bathroom, or
No, a
like
gas station.
or a bathroom of a club. Like
No, a 7-Eleven. Shoulders sideways, slap it in the air will be a great fucking title. Who did it better? Who did 7-Eleven better, Spencer or Beyonce? We don't know.
I can't. That's a good one. We did 7-Eleven better. Oh my god. That's you should do that on TikTok, but you just have to censor everything.
You mean like what's happening?
Yeah. Like you could sit there and like well no way you're a man. I was gonna say you could do it at a thong, but let me know you can't. You get in trouble for that.
You would. I do have some TikTok ideas for later. We'll see. One of them involves my dad. Oh wait, no, that was for OnlyFans. A different one for TikTok. Do you know how much money I would make?
Listen,
Ooh,
I gave you marketing ideas that will make you money yesterday. If you take any of them, I think the one that would be the most would be the machine thing. But
yes. And I could put Machine Gun Kelly's face on it. I'd be like, ooh.
machine gun.
It's like, look at it shoot up my ass with this machine gun. It pees on me like R. Kelly. That's why we added the Kelly part.
I could just imagine, like, on the end of the dildo was just a sticker of Donald Trump's angry face.
I would not clean out if I had a Donald Trump dildo. I'd be like, I'm not cleaning out for this.
The worst part was, I don't remember, like, what was it? I think there were Mitch McConnell dildos. Don't quote me on that. But, like, I'm almost positive there were.
Donald Trump dildos?
No, Mitch McConnell dildos.
Oh, I love that. I love that. Did it just like talk bad science while it was up your
No,
ass?
it looked like his turtle face on the end, and like it wasn't like a color. I think it was like blue. But apparently, they also made when he first got in office, they made Obama dildos as well. But I think people were doing less disrespectful things to those.
Yeah, I bet so. Ooh, that does give me an end of podcast question that I just thought of. Thank you for that one.
I do not want.
What were you saying?
I don't want to imagine this. I feel like this has something to do with something racist. That's why I don't want
No. No, it's incestuous. Come on. I'm classy.
to.
I hold my pinky up when I talk about racism. I'm classy. It's like I'm gonna make a racist joke. Oh, hold on. Jim Crow once said,
No, okay, so like this is another thing that we can discuss. Actually, going back to Obama, this is kind of an old story, so I'll bring it up. So when Obama first got elected, there was this like racist owner in New York City that owned a bakery that used to like literally right after Obama got elected started making these things. And I'm only saying the word to quote it back, people. Don't get me. He literally called them drunken Negro head cookies, and used to, yes, he used to sell them.
that's fucked.
And I'm like, that is so like. And when they like interviewed him, they like interviewed him on like one of those man on the street interviews. They were trying to say that he was trying to say that it wasn't because of Obama, and Obama had just gotten in office when he started selling. Like,
Yeah, of course.
but that is I'm like that is insane. Like, and this is the thing. Like, as problematic as it is, like this is the thing. Going, we were talking about Howard Stern earlier. I miss like old Howard Stern, where it's like you're laughing because you know it's inappropriate and it shouldn't be saying it, but the people are saying it anyway. Because he used to have like there was this person that he used to have on there called Yucko the Clown, who used to literally like on roast make like racist jokes. It was like one
Like
of
Lisa
the
Lampanelli level.
yes, and the worst part was so his co-host is Robin Quivers. He used to make jokes at Robert Quivers as she was sitting in the studio. So the podium would be here, Robin would be in a glass cage over there, and he would be making jokes at her as if she's not in the room.
Oh, I love that. I mean, I would do that for a uni if anyone knows what that is, but I would do it for a fucking rose.
They wouldn't make you do that. They would make you like recreate the. They would make you like recreate the sitcom "Heil Honey, I'm Home," like the pilot episode,
The one in New York
the
where
one
the
with the
neighbors
people.
are Jewish.
Yes, where he has the neighbors who are Jewish. Yes, that's what they would make you do. By the way, I'm not giving people ideas, but if you are going to take that idea, my Venmo will be in the link of Spencer's chapter.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just call
just
the
call
police
the police
station. You could give him commissary or whatever.
commissary.
So,
That's
if we actually have to pee insanely bad, does the podcast go into the bathroom?
I don't know. You're on your phone this time. Just remember, you're not going to have that luxury next week.
Would you care if I muted and we went in there?
Yeah, you can go on.
I love that. You could tell them what I did in the middle of my live stream that one time. Were you there
Yes, I was absolutely there.
when I had to jerk off? That was fun. I could hear you. I'm aiming against the bowl. You won't even hear me.
Okay. For those of you who are listening, to our audio listeners out there, literally TwunkTheTwink was so impatient that he wanted to take y'all in the bathroom, but he's muting you. So like
They ain't muted. They're lucky.
he's
This is
just
an OF video for them right here. Well, at least I'm not shitting.
No, that you couldn't do on live. Like that. I feel like that would be where you have to like cross the line. That would be crossing the line.
Do you think so?
Uh, of course it would.
I don't think so.
Oh, I
I
think you're.
think that you
I
could
think
come
you're
on
sounding,
here.
sounding weird because you're far away from the microphone. That's probably why.
Oh, it
But
sounds weird.
no. Now it doesn't. Okay.
Gotcha. It was because I was washing my hands, something you've never done.
How dare you? I do that.
It's not your fault you're raised poorly. Emphasis on the poor.
Look, how dare you? Just because my mom had a cutlass in the yard up on blocks doesn't mean that we were poor. She said it was a collector's item.
When we were dumpster diving, she told me this was diving, real diving. There was no ocean by, and she's like, "This is what the people in Florida do."
Oh, God.
I want to make a video with you where it's like people tell us to hit the gym, so we go up to it and just start punching, and we're like, "Fuck this place."
Okay, when are. Well, first of all, do they have gyms in Tacoma? Is it.
I thought they replaced it with those Zempic stations.
No, I thought you didn't have anything. Like, this is the thing for people who don't know. The reason we're doing a podcast next week is because we're gonna do this like bi-weekly, but he's moving to the middle of nowhere because he wants to be Kathy Bates in Misery, and like
I do.
he
I
just
want to
wants to
get
take he wants to take off people's feet. That's why.
feet.
Isn't that what she did?
I just remember hitting it with a hammer.
I thought she like. I might be thinking of something else. I could have sworn she like crushed his feet in the box. I haven't seen the movie. I've only seen previews.
I
I
think
might
you're feeling like looking up Gaza videos. I think you were looking up the wrong thing. No, but yeah, she did. I didn't see the full thing either. I just knew she hammered him or something.
No, the secret is if you want to do anything, children, the secret is what you have to do is you have to pull a Joan Crawford. Just get an axe and just.
Do you know a great way to live longer and reduce stress? What Casey Anthony did. You know how much money that saves? College education right there. She went and partied. She was smart.
That was the thing. Smart parenting. That's why when people are like, it's like, oh, she killed her kid. What was she gonna do? Bring her kid and leave him with a security guard? That's responsible parenting.
Yeah, and like honestly, she saved on funeral costs by like burying it somewhere weird. They didn't have to call the priest. God watched the whole thing.
And that's why when all the Catholics are like, Casey Anthony's gonna go to purgatory. First of all, I'm gonna just say this. If heaven and hell exist, there is no purgatory, Catholics. Death is not a fucking doctor's office. You can't just sit there and wait to see if your fucking Obamacare gets approved to see if you go to heaven or hell. That's not how this works. You die.
I think people don't realize you're just rotting in a box. There's no heaven or hell. I'm in
That's
hell right now. I can't do this again.
uh, what? Because you're in Florida? That's not my fault. I told you to leave months ago.
I'm talking about this podcast. Oh, I have a serious question for you. How does it feel being the least famous out of all your friends? Do you remember when we can't say who you said that about? Do you remember I was battling someone? You're like, I wonder how it feels for them to be the least famous in the group. And I'm like, they have two accounts, bitch. They're gonna come in here and see that.
Oh, wait. Is it a person I don't like?
No, you kind of like them. You kind of like them. They're
Oh,
sweet.
oh, wait. I remember. I remember who that
You
was.
don't even. You're
And
like, I
that
have a
person.
question. How does it feel for them to be the Not
And that
famous for.
person's name is no.
It's funny though when you said that. I'm like, oh my god,
That's hilarious, though. That was like,
that was a good one.
oh, because that was. I remember this. You were battling. You're battling Tyler. Yes,
And
yes.
with other and one other person.
Was it? I remember Tyler. I remember who the other person is you're
I'll
battling.
text it to you and you'll be like, oh my god.
But I mean, first of all, if you can't handle a joke, you shouldn't be online. Like, this is the thing. When you're on battles, it's like with some of these people, it's like, don't take yourselves too seriously. Like, let's get real. You either fuck whole or you are whole. That's like we're
That's all we
supposed
are
to.
in the end.
That's it's like we're supposed to take you seriously because what? You're on TikTok now, and everyone's like telling you how gorgeous you are, and it's like meanwhile you have a face that looks like I got hit on the side of the head with a bag of flour. Like I'm not supposed to. I'm not supposed to point it out.
I just don't get it. I don't get it. And why do people think they're amazing because the way they look? You didn't work for symmetry. You didn't do any work for symmetry.
No, it's like first of
Your
all,
doctor did.
yes, it's like exactly. It's like you should be Venmoing your doctor. Part of this thing where it's like my face so symmetrical. I'm gorgeous. I love this. I hair. That's why like I did that like oh I'm a twink with a big dick. I did that as like a joke because the thing I know that twink doesn't actually feel that way about himself. Like that's
Yeah,
why
no.
that's why I felt fine putting it in there. Like
I just do it like I need the extra side income, you know?
we all need extra side income, which is why I will be starting my new business. I'm going to start punching nuns in the groin for extra money. So if anybody wants to give it to me, just DM me the nun's name and I'll do it.
But it's for a
I'll-
good cause. We want to make sure that they don't get pregnant, just in case they break away from God's path. So we kick them in the groin. We're good
Actually,
people.
I will say this because I don't have a limit. I don't care if they're above the age of having kids or not.
Uh, I need to find another side income. I just sent another grant to my dad. I'm like, how many people am I going to have to beat off this week?
You're supposed to use your mouth.
How many people am I supposed to eat off this week? How about that?
That's the thing. You're not supposed to like. Well, this is the thing. If you need another side hustle, this is the thing. I would suggest getting like a Pennywise mask and then just like going into people's cars and being like, "Give me all your money, motherfucker!"
Would I be Penny because I'm a Jew? Is that why you're saying Penny?
No, I meant the fucking clown, you asshole.
Is it because I have a master's and I'm a Jew, so I'm Pennywise? Is that what you're saying?
What? The joke wouldn't have worked with Bozo. Fuck off.
Listen, Trump has that role. Makeup wise, you have that role, but Trump overall has that role.
How how dare you? I am at least.
John Wayne Gacy clown.
Actually, where's my camera? Fuck you.
What is his drag serve? John Wayne Gacy.
Listen, this is the thing where it's like the secret is where people are like, don't you want to be beautiful, stunning, thin? It's like, listen, the secret is I just have to be passable enough. And the thing is, I just have to shut my mouth when they're trying to fuck. Like, I just have to make sure to get the money first, and then just be like, oh.
What do you think of a drag name where it's John Wayne Gacy, but it's spelled gay, like gay C?
I would think that's cool. One of the like funniest names I heard There's a queen in I wanna say Colorado. Don't quote me on that, but her name is John Bidet Ramsey.
Is it not Ramsey or Ramsey?
No, it's John Bidet Ramsey. That's the name. Like,
I would do like Gordon Ramsay or something like that.
I think you. Hmm.
Torah Hull. I'm Jewish, and
See,
because hmm?
yes, I do. This is the thing. I've interviewed a Jewish drag queen before. She doesn't do drag anymore, but I don't think if
She's
she
Jewish,
does.
she found better income.
Well, no, this is the thing. If she does ever go back, you should check her out. She's in the Seattle area. Her name's Sophia DeTora, but I think she's retired now.
I love that name.
Yes, I love her, and like she got chased out of the Seattle scene because apparently the Seattle scene's like very competitive. Hence why that and I don't want to be a drag queen in Seattle. I think maybe Compton, like that would be.
Compton, the Bronx, in the bad area.
Yes, it's like what was it? I had a friend so like I was talking with a friend and he knows that I wear fishnets and all this stuff and he's like, "You're not gonna wear all that stuff when you live in Newark during the summer." I'm like, "Of course I am." Like I'm not gonna change my drag just because I'm moving to New Jersey. Please.
I think I'm
Whatever.
going to try an open mic night, by the way, like you are.
It's honestly it's great. And like I definitely so that event that I was at last night, it's the person who's hosting the night that I'm gonna try was doing it. So yeah, I'm absolutely she's like, you should, you were on a podcast, you should. I'm like absolutely. And let's see, where is it? Should I end? Why not? Let's just preview one of the jokes. Oops, wrong one.
We've been previewing the joke this entire time. I'm staring at it.
Let's see.
Doesn't seem that nice.
No. Okay. Let's see. Well, I've already told you this one. So I'll leave it for the audience. It says there are many gays out there who love their mom's opinion and be like, do you miss out on not hearing your mom's opinion? And I'm like, absolutely not. That's why I don't fuck with Ouija boards. That and the roaming charges from hell are so expensive. I don't want to hear from that bitch ever. No,
The roaming charges are hard, aren't they? I love that.
absolutely. It's like the only time if you want to text me, bitch, you better do it the way that I'm gonna see it. You better get blood and put it on a mirror.
Right? I know my mom's looking up at me proud at times. She definitely is. She's flicking the bean saying, oh, he got a follow and I wanted that too.
Licking the bee.
Yeah, she's like, okay. Flicking the kosher garbanzo bean, the chickpea.
I've never fucking heard that before.
It's a chickpea. Why not?
Okay, so let's see. How are we gonna end this podcast? Um, well, okay, what's your question? I have to think of one.
Out of your mom and your dad, if they both die, whose corpse would you fuck first if you were forced to? These are serious questions we're asking. They're still warm. You don't need like KY warming. You get a room to yourself in the morgue when they pull that thing out. Be like, hey, I'll ring the bell when I'm done with her.
Okay, and then I'll ask you for those historical fans out there. Back in 2000 and back in 2011, do you believe the Mexicans were the ones who brought the swine flu? Let us know in the comments.
Secret it was.
All
I am
right.
so horny when this ends. I'm gonna go kill some Jewish children. And then when I get back from the preschool, I'm gonna jerk off.
All right. And with that being said, this is your favorite fucked up podcast, Backdoor Entertainment, and we'll see you all soon.
Hopefully not. Bye.